Hello, my name is Rezabel, and I am going to be starting a new series on relearning how to play Minecraft. So, for context, because, context can be important sometimes, I started playing Minecraft when I was really young. I don't actually remember the exact year, but my gosh, that is new. Bees! Those are new! But I kind of stopped playing around the time that elytras were added to the game, which I believe was 2016. So, it's been a while. Anyways, recently I started watching a life series. I think it's run by a YouTuber called Grian. Pretty sure he's the person who owns the server. Anyways, where they are doing past life. And what they're doing is they've gone through all the versions of Minecraft, more or less, from beta, and have just been replaying the game that way. And in seeing how they've been playing the game, I've realized how much it has changed since I was actively playing. And I decided that, I can play it on Java now versus the Xbox 360 I was playing before, which, fun, very different experience. And because it's such a different experience, I really wanted to learn how to do it on Java, and I figured, why not turn it into a little adventure for a bunch of people? Now, in the spirit of being honest, I will admit that I have spent the last month or so getting familiar with the game on Java because, well, I don't think anyone wanted to see the struggles that were my initial relearning of the game. But I have become a lot more confident in just the UI, how to, do the basics like move, hit things, important things like that when you're talking about Minecraft, and 90% of it is punching blocks and putting them down again. But I am really, really excited to go on this little journey with you guys and really figure out how to play the game again. I've always loved being creative. I've always loved building, and actually I'm going to make a few more sticks. And all the process that goes into designing something new, and that's just kind of you. So I figure that it'll be really fun to see what exactly, I don't like caves, I've never liked caves, happens, and the chaos that ensues as I figure out what I'm doing. But, starting with the basics, we want to get tools, we want to get... I don't like you. I don't like you. Why don't... Oh, jeez, my mouse is not the best. Can you tell? Can you just not? The combat stuff is so different to how it was when I was playing. Not gonna lie, that was 90% of the reason that I didn't start recording this sooner. Is because this is an entirely different system to what I'm used to, and I've never liked combat anyways. I'm gonna die. I'm totally gonna die. Please don't die. Please don't kill me. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. Anyways, I like spam. I don't like, oh my gosh, emeralds. That'll be useful if I can find a village. Why no work? Why mouse do this? Why no work? Subscribe just to get me a better mouse, guys. Blocks are so different now. Diorite, I remember when Diorite was added to the game. That was pretty close to when I stopped playing it, actually. Diorite looks so different. Like, so different. In the life series that I mentioned, that kind of was the inspiration for, the series. They just got the update where Diorite was added to the game, and when I was looking at it, I was like, I totally remember that. That's probably why I didn't recognize... Can you mine it with stone? Probably not. Just a bad idea. Anyways, copper... They just got the update where Diorite was added to the game. And one, it's a much, much prettier block then. And two, it's just, it really comes down to, I'm so fascinated by how much the game has changed. I mean, like, bees. Hi, bees. I love you, bees. You're so cute. And the wildflowers, again, love, I need food. It's so interesting to see how many things have been added. Like the caving update that, I don't know when it came out, like 3 years ago, 4 years ago. I don't know these things. Seeing all of the caving things that were added, especially like lush caves, I've loved watching people explore. This might be a bad idea. We're doing it anyways. Lush caves are like such an amazing addition, and I love the moss and pale moss and all of the different woods and materials. I can't. I'm just so excited to see where else the game can go. Because every time I think, like, yeah, that's oh my gosh, there's another emerald. That's probably like a pretty good stopping point. That's about where I personally would be like, yeah, we have other priorities. And in case you're wondering why I'm using the wooden pickaxe instead of the stone one, I just kind of want to get it done so it's not taking up space anywhere. This is kind of just how I play the game. I like to use things to their completion, and then I move on to my next tool, unless of course, I find diamonds or something like that. Just want to keep an eye on the sky, make sure it doesn't get too dark or too late. So, as I am going about and playing this game, I would love to hear your suggestions on things that I could do, tasks that would make it a fun challenge for me, like parkour maybe. I am abysmal at parkour. Always have been. And the updates have not changed that. I really should be a lot more I should be very embarrassed by it. I am very embarrassed by it. But I don't know. I feel like part of the fun of Minecraft is that some people like me are just not as great as others. And I think it's really interesting to see players that are not quite as skilled as like the YouTubers you see on a regular basis. Because don't get me wrong, I love watching the professional Minecrafters do it. Like, I have always been a huge fan of people like LD Shadow Lady and Smallish Beans. I got into Minecraft originally because of I has Cupquake, and her whole Minecraft Oasis series was literally my obsession for several months. And so I love watching people who know what they're doing play the game. Sometimes it's nice to remember that a lot of us don't know what we're doing. And even if you love the game and you enjoy the game and you play it a lot, you might not be a pro, like some of the people that we tend to see and hear about. Funnily enough, I actually am very used to talking to myself. That probably was a waste of cobble, it's fine. I'm very used to talking to myself. I just like talking to myself to think. It's been kind of a conundrum for going throughout college. Actually, this was a problem in high school too. I'll talk to myself as I'm going through tests, and I'll be like, okay, I gotta think this through. This doesn't make sense for XYZ. Why am I doing that? That doesn't make sense for XYZ. And it just kind of results in me trying to remember to stay quiet while also, gosh freaking heck, talking to myself and being just kind of a dork. I'll admit it. I'm a dork. Am I proud of it? I don't know. Where did that... it's fine. I'm kind of offended, actually, that it fell. Like, do you not understand that I want you? Oh, scary. Scary things down there. Yeah. I knew that wasn't gonna work, but, I want my iron, though. I'll die if I go down there. This is what we're gonna do. We are just going to... I guess strip mine would be what is the best idea. Because I just need to get, your basics. The coal, the iron, the... preferably better resources than iron, but I doubt that I'm going to find any right off the bat, especially because I still want to find where I'm going to, kind of settle and call my home. The interesting thing about, having to relearn the game and the whole process of, going through it, gosh freaking heck, is things like this, where it's very, very different to playing on an Xbox with an Xbox controller. I'm very used to the toggles and triggers and all of that, and so having to adjust to playing it Java and just, the ways that it's easier and the ways that I personally find it harder, it's just really interesting. Until Until I decided to change my sprint setting to be toggle, I really, really struggled with sprinting because it just wasn't intuitive to me. And maybe that makes me not the brightest bulb, but it's fine. There's just a lot of things that just are very, very different and very much. It's an exploration. This whole thing is an exploration for me to see, like how I like the game, how I want to play it now that I'm older and a little more confident in coordination skills. Where are you? I hear you, but I don't see you. I see you. We're gonna ignore you. That's how we deal with all our problems. If we ignore them long enough, they go away. No, they don't. That's actually a lie. Please don't listen to that. Anyways, the amount of resources available is another thing that, is vastly different to how easy and difficult. Oh, there's a creeper now there. I find the game because, when I was playing it on the Xbox back in my day. This is very big. Very, very big. We ignore it. Do. It never happened. Oh dear, I can't ignore it. Ha. Anyways, things happen. Like that. Like, I get. Like, I miss. I remember when I could block with the sword. Why no block? No block? I don't. See, parkour. Parkour! I heard it. I saw it. Am I crazy? Dude, I swear that there's just a zombie here. He's right. I don't like you. Go away. Go away. Go away. Die. Die. You know what? Maybe if this YouTube thing doesn't work out, I'll just quit and become a race car. Apparently I can make those noises really well. I'm almost out of food and I'm in a cave. There's just so many things that I'm doing that I feel like are just poor decisions. And you know what? That's fine. That's fine. We learn from our mistakes. Maybe. Nice. Another little comment on the world that I've been playing to try and, just get reacquainted with the game before I just went on a full exploration where people were giving me advice and input and tips and tricks. I left keep inventory, not for this, but in my, I guess, training wheels world, we'll call it that. I do have keep inventory on because I was dying a lot and I was getting really frustrated because I couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong, and then I would lose all my stuff, and that cycle, that very familiar cycle that I think everyone who plays Minecraft knows of, just frustration because you work really hard to get the things and then you lose the things. I do not have it on now, and part of my concern is that I will die at some point while I'm playing the game, because I play kind of recklessly. I'll admit it. I play recklessly. And I'll just forget that it's not on and I'll lose all my stuff. Which means that I really... Where are we at? How close are we to... Still dark. I don't like that. I'm so worried that I'm just gonna do this. I know that I'm pretty early on in the game and I'm not too far from spawn, but that totally made my heart stop. I'm so good at this. I'm so good. Wow. We are nailing everything. Life. 100%. I'm going to go ahead and get through the rest of the night. Maybe get a little setup in. And then I will get back to you guys when that is done. Gosh freaking heck. I'm sure you can guess what happened. Luckily, I am not too far from the side of my death, but there are skeletons just down there. Wait. Am I... Where am I? I have no navigation skills. What am I doing? Oh, wait. I know where I'm at. Okay, we're fine. Everything's fine. I'm just dramatic. Maybe. Dude. I didn't think that my memory was that bad, but, you know. So, it was literally just, like, that way. By the tree. It's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. Now, the question is... Did the skeletons kill each other and or burn to death? Because that would be greatly convenient for my well-being, and I would be quite happy if that was the case. Which way did I go to? Oh, gosh friggin' heck. I am apparently directionally challenged. We're not even... Okay. I don't have time to waste on being an idiot. I need to get to where my stuff was, and I think it was over here. Yes, it was over here. I remember that. Okay, okay. Yes. My swords. I believe the skeletons shot each other. That is very good for me, as clearly I'm not good at this game. I just wanted to find resources. I just want to get myself some iron. That's not... There's so many ways I could go. Honestly, I need food. I need food more than I need iron right now. Well, okay, that might not be the truest statement ever, but we're gonna go with it. I just totally matched the bat back there. Pro move. It's fine. I am cringe with capital C Ringe. Cringy. Oh, village. We like village. I generally like living by villages when I play the game, partially because, I don't know, I've always liked being near the villagers and like coming up with little storylines in my head about, we're not going to talk about how long it took me to kill that sheep, but coming up with stories in my head about, you know, like what the villagers are doing and what the village is and what it stands for, things like that. I love that part of Minecraft where you can really make it your own. So I'm going to go ahead and settle over here somewhere. I don't know. I don't have my crafting table. It's fine. I'll just leave it over there. I have a tendency to leave crafting tables anywhere. I want to know more about the game, and I feel like one of the best ways to learn more about games like Minecraft or Terraria, Stardew Valley, is to really connect with the community and to talk to people who are a lot more interested in the game than you might be, and to see, is this something that you want to invest your time into? Because a lot of the times I feel that like games that get popular, whether for a short or long period of time, aren't totally worth the hype, in my personal opinion. I feel like too many games, especially recently, are so... they're so focused on getting out at a time that meets the fans' expectations that they kind of lose what makes certain games so great. Games like Minecraft are great because it's a very simple premise. Very, very simple. It is block world. Blocks. Mines. Cool stuff. But it's popular, and it's stayed popular because of the way that it allows the audience to engage. It's a very creative, focused game. You're able to get things where people focus on building. You get things where people focus on how fast they complete the game and like speed runs. One of my siblings is he's a much bigger gamer than I am, but he will show me speedrun stats sometimes, and it's kind of crazy to see. Yes, I know that I didn't actually get any crops from that little thing. I was trying to see if there were to be any useful ones. It's so cool to see like the speedrunning times. Like I think the one that he showed me was like a minute or less, and that's just insane to me. I'll take bread. I'll take potatoes. Just because like I never in a million years would have imagined that would be possible. I still don't know how that's possible. Like pretty much anything under several hours seems kind of insane to me because I tend to take things slower. I die a lot. I'm not great at this. You know, these aren't ideal for right now, but I'll go ahead and take them. I will say though, putting on armor is much easier in Java than I ever found it in Bedrock. And granted, there's been a lot of updates and changes since then, so, you know, I might eat my words if I played Bedrock Edition again. But at the same time, like, I do have a little Switch Lite, and I did play some... I feel like I'm not running. Am I running? Yeah, I'm running. Okay. I did play some of the Bedrock Edition on there, and it just kind of was driving me nuts. Granted, my Switch Lite also is really laggy when I try to play most games on it, so that's probably a lot of it. That's probably a lot of it, but I don't know. It's just I'm finding that I have a much better experience on Java in terms of overall gameplay and just playability. I feel is better on Java after playing Bedrock recently and having most of my Minecraft experience be with Bedrock. Where's my bed? Oh, it's over there. So I started watching the Hermitcraft server recently. Oh, good grief, that's a shot. And I have been totally loving watching it and seeing all the different like kinds of playing styles come together, all the different people who are building versus creating crazy redstone stuff like the Hungry Hermits. Insane. Metro Mayhem that just released, like I don't understand it at all. None of that stuff has ever made sense to me, but it has been so cool to see it as someone who's not as familiar with, actually no, I'm going to keep that with me, with the rest of the game as they are. Let's see, what should I do next? I should probably start working on a starter house, but I would really feel better if I had more iron and some armor. Do I want, oh, shield. We like shield. We want shield. Good shield. Shield is friend. Good shield. Oh, I need my wood. Where's my wood? I used all my wood. Oh. Yeah, I'm not the most organized of players. I get distracted very easily, and I lose my train of thought very often. But on the bright side, that does make me almost painful to watch, because that's totally a benefit. Yeah, it's fine. We fine. We're gonna kill some mobs. We're gonna become super bosses. We're gonna be so good at this. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oh my gosh. Ooh. Wait. Wait, no, I have a crafting table somewhere nearby. Do I have sticks? I don't have sticks, but I have wood. And that's basically the same thing. Just need to remember where. Okay, I actually think that the location of the village is a great spot because it's in a plains biome, yes, but I'm right by snow. And I saw some cherry trees. And, I mean, there's a huge ravine, mineshaft, cave system area. So I think this is going to be a great area just to set up and get familiar with, especially as someone who is maybe not the best at remembering where she is. Having things close together is very, very useful, and it will be a huge relief when I die. Oh, jeez. How many times can I hear my bones crack? That was rather morbid of me to say. Not morbid, but maybe not like light and fluffy. So fluffy, I'm gonna die. Crafting table. We craft sticks. We get iron pickaxe. We go like this. We want more sticks. How many sticks? Lots of sticks? That's a good amount of sticks. Nice. I'm like torch rich now. Now we go back over here for the sole purpose of getting that emerald. Tee. I have my priorities so straight. I'm like, iron, armor. No. The answer is emeralds. Let's get no more bone crunchies. Oh. Wow. Was that convincing? I said no more bone crunchies and immediately proceeded. Bone crunchies. Oh my gosh. Another emerald? I'm like rich. Copper. Also, just, talking about like new blocks in the game. I kind of love copper. I know that it doesn't have like a great use, which, doesn't bother me, which does bother me, but since my playstyle is primarily focused on building, I love having such a great block that is so versatile and so, there's just so much you can do with it that I personally love. Like, I love the copper look of the copper grates. I love just, the plain old copper blocks. Like, I'm obsessed. And, it's really just copper. I like. Good block. Nice copper. Good block. We like copper. Nice. I don't super love diorite anymore. I didn't mind. I actually kind of liked how it looked when it first was added to the game, but now I'm not the biggest fan. I think it's kind of ugly, personally. Oh, sweet mother of Mary. Oh dear. Oh my gosh, just die! Yeah, I did that. I'm so cool. I totally didn't panic or anything. I think I'm gonna go mining for a bit, like I said I would earlier. Except this time, I will not die, and it will be successful. And I will get back to you guys once I'm done. Let's freaking dig it. We got it back. We got it back, guys. We're good. I don't know why I was suddenly jetting for Coolidge. So, clearly I need help with combat because, yeah, that was rough. Freaking heck! Why? I just want my stuff back. I just want my stuff. We jump to avoid our problems. Sometimes it works and sometimes it causes more. Yeah, I'm basically a singer. Just gotta be real careful. Yeah. I don't even care if I don't get all my stuff back. That's like a death wish. And honestly, I really didn't have all that many valuables. Anyway, we are just getting out. We are leaving. We are leaving the death trap and going to hide in my plot of land. What was I thinking? I wasn't. That's really what it comes down to, is I stop thinking. I just go, Minecraft, fun times. And then I die. And then I regret all my life choices. And it's just this endless cycle. Subscribe! Oh dear. Oh no. So, I kind of died a lot more times. Yeah. I'm giving up on that for now, but I do have other ideas, such as I am going to focus on just getting a little space set up, because I think that'll be kind of key to my success in advancing beyond dying over and over again. So we go back to punching trees. We punch all the trees, oh, we punch all the trees. I just want to go to the mines. I yearn for the mines. I just want to go back. That would be so bad, though. I'm not doing that. I promise. We want to go focus on food. And mainly food. Food's the most important thing. And I still don't have a shelter. You know what? It's fine. We are playing this by the vibes. And that is how it should be played. Oh my gosh, another village. Ooh, yes. Much better. Much better than what I have. What you'll really kind of notice about me is I tend to wax philosophical and existential a lot. Not necessarily because I'm like having a crisis, though I have those regularly. Don't worry about that. I definitely fulfill my quota. You know what I should have checked? coordinates. Okay, I think I came from over here. I believe. Oh, no, we don't go over there. And the no was because my sprint was no longer working, which obviously was very personal to. Oh! Oh, 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 no! Oh, oh, oh. That was so close. I would have been so sad. Okay, I think that I have found my village. Okie dokie. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna just drop off a bunch of this stuff. I might go and get some cherry wood just because I have not built with cherry wood before. Even in my training world, I just haven't. So I actually would really, really like to. Pink generally isn't one that I gravitate towards. But since, this whole point is me relearning the game and kind of pushing out of my comfort zone, I think that it's actually going to be totally worth building in cherry wood for this, since, it's different. It's new. Actually, you know what? I don't think we have time. Parkour! That was really mean. Why did I do that? I want to get a structure done before I go ahead and end this. I would like my poor little pile of stuff to have not just pile. Be walls. Pile with walls. That'd be nice. Let me sleep. I just want to sleep. Yes. There's those cherry trees. I actually really, really love the look of the bark. That's kind of the main reason I'm going for these, is I think the bark is really, really pretty, and I would love to utilize it. Just want to make sure there's no... Okay, I think I got all of it. Already I got a sapling. The Minecraft gods have smiled upon me. We're gonna take these. I don't know who decided to add these, kind of like flat flowers to the game, but I love them because they're just so pretty. I love these ones. I love these ones. I would love to see, I don't know. I kind of think of these ones as Morning Glory-esque, the yellow and white ones. So I would love to see more flat flowers like that personally in the game. I think that it would add a lot more atmosphere, and I mean, the dried leaves I don't like quite as much. So if I don't know, because they look dead. And I really like how having everything look more lush and green and alive and not necessarily vibrant. Muted colors for the win, personally. That's my opinion. But I want things to look alive. I guess that's really what it comes down to. And vibrancy tends to look more alive. And so, having the dried leaves, I'm yeah, you're dead. And that's useful. But also, you're dead. And that doesn't fit the super lush thing. I don't know. Sand. With materials now acquired, we can get started on building. Now, I don't have the replay mod, so this is probably going to end up being a time lapse, or I'll just jump cut. Ta-da! There we have our starter base. It's not the easiest thing to view, just due to the location, but I am planning on eventually possibly terraforming this as a part of just, relearning Minecraft, because I feel like terraforming's kind of become a pretty big part of the game, at least from the people that I've seen. And I think it'll be really helpful because I've actually never really tackled terraforming, not even when I was playing it back in Bedrock. But yeah, so I have a bunch of cherry trees that are going to go up and around the place just because I feel like it adds to the vibe, just like a little cottagey cabin. We have a little chimney, and overall the design is very, very simple. And there's definitely still some kinks that I think I'm going to try to work out for in here, like this space. I'm not super happy with it. For obvious reasons, but I think overall it turned out really, really nicely. I like that. Whoop, my bad. You can still access this to cook if you want to. There's windows, so I can have a pretty good viewpoint. I'm going to work on lighting up the area, maybe off camera, maybe on camera. I haven't decided yet, but I do think that this will be it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope that you enjoyed hanging out with me today, even though it was a little chaotic, and I definitely didn't get all the things done that I wanted to. But I'm really excited to go on this journey and to see all the things that I can tackle now that I'm starting to really learn and understand what Minecraft is and what it's turned into. Really hope that I'll see you again next week. Bye!